Check your fortune.
All right, hello and welcome everybody to StarLadder Series 14. It's been a long time since I've done anything with StarLadder. It wasn't even in Counter-Strike, so it's nice to be back here alongside Dust. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. Got a good matchup tonight between Luminosity and Method. A little bit later on, we are going to have CLG taking on Conquest, which will be quite a treat, I think, after watching Conquest at SEVO LAN. They certainly have kind of asserted themselves at the top, and they'll be up against one of the better teams in the region over at CLG, so that'll be really cool. That'll be pretty much directly after this one, unless it's a quick 2 maps or something. And first map is going to be Inferno. This was Luminosity's pick, obviously making some noise on Inferno lately in the NA scene, as well as their big win against Fnatic at Cluj, but they had like a heartbreaker loss to Titan, only losing by a couple of rounds. That's actually how they got eliminated from the tournament over there at SEVO. But still a very, very capable Inferno team. Probably the favorite team here for sure. Method had a couple of Inferno wins recently against WinterFox and one last night against Threes up here in StarLadder. But I think LG is just a different caliber team, man. I definitely can't see them losing this one, not on Inferno. Yeah,
I wouldn't either. They can probably settle it in 2 maps. The maps, by the way, Inferno here, the pick of Luminosity, as Dust said. Method has gone for Cash, and Mirage will be the 3rd map if needed. I have forgotten I've left my end round music on very slightly, so if that starts to get on anybody's nerves, I'll take it off.
Dude. Nah, man, it's all good.
It's actually really funny because you get to hear the MVP's anthem, so you get all kinds of different music coming in.
No, but I think you're right. Like, second map, Cash actually could be a good pick. I think Luminosity's always been a team that struggled on Cash. I think recently they've gotten better. They had a win against Titan at SEVO. They've had some better NA results against some of the better NA teams as well, but it's still a map that I feel they could be a little bit dicey on compared to the rest of the pool, so that could be a shot for Method. But as you said, we're going to kick things off here on Inferno. Luminosity will be starting out on that terrace side, losing the knife round. Wants to run down Steel, Fur, Fallen, boltz, Colt. Over there from Method, streboR, Silent, DAVEY, Justin, and Toy. And so far, we had some aggression here from DAVEY at window, but he got pegged a little bit and is forced to fall back. And a lot of the rest of Luminosity kind of waiting it out here over towards Banana, but still pretty spread out, so still not really dedicated to anything.
Yeah, surprising to see DAVEY go for that, especially with the dualies. I guess the first shot accuracy is pretty nice. It's not much better. It's definitely not better than the silenced USP, but he still goes for it. Now over into Banana. This is where Luminosity usually gets it done here with their B takes. Even with the Molotovs on round 1, it'll be Steel to throw that back to Nubox, forcing streboR to second Oranges. With that silenced USP, hits the first shot onto Fur. And another one, actually. They cannot get him out of this position. Cold now will just have to jump over and get it done over the coils. Nicely done with the headshot. boltz, meanwhile, cleaned up streboR. And it's 3-on-2 for Luminosity. Method now pinching on the site from Construction and Banana.
You know, see if they can't make this retake happen. Cold and boltz did a great job to bring the round back after a good initial hold there from streboR at second Oranges, but now LG just seems to be cleaning up. Steel finds a frag there on the Silent, and Toy's the last man left over here at Banana. The bomb still hasn't been planted yet. They've been patient about it. They know they had plenty of time. They wanted to just make sure they could get it securely, and now with the 3 versus 1, it's all but over, and there you have it. So great round there from boltz to bring that thing back because that Molotov didn't really do anything. There was no one triple, so no one got flushed out, and streboR did a great job kind of patiently holding in his position, but in the end, he gets overwhelmed, and Luminosity take the pistol.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it still even worked out for Luminosity. They were held at bay for so long with streboR on second Oranges that I thought the rotations by that time would have maybe come through. But still, Luminosity, they find it. And, of course, the CT4 spy coming up. streboR and Justin just going to go for a nice, cheeky double stack here.
Oh, that nade didn't do anything.
Welcome to CSGO.
I know, man, and boltz will kind of sniff this out here in just a second, possibly. We'll see if he actually gets any kills out of it. Nice pop flash, but doesn't really affect anybody. And Justin, look at the frag fallen. Gonna see if he can't trade it out here, but smartly, it's gonna be Method falling back, not allowing him a chance.
Yeah, and another nice part about standing there is the flashes are generally gonna go behind you. You saw that they even prepared, you know, flashing before they peaked, but it wasn't enough to best the stack, and that time the nade hurts. streboR's still there. 3 people over in B right now for Method. This is when the terrorists can get nervous. Start losing members, taking a lot of damage. Fur gets lit up down to 16. Here's Cold lurking around the arch side, takes down Toy, and now he'll start to pinch through CT. Or actually, all of Luminosity changing direction.
Yeah, I think they felt the pressure there, but unfortunately for them, DAVEY pressed through apartments. He kind of bypasses that aggression from Cold over on the arch side. He's able to get the bomb down actually over here at alt mid, so that's a really good spot from him. Silent even going to find Cold over there at the gate, so they have a 4 versus 2 here. They've really played themselves in this round quite nicely, and Luminosity are going to struggle to recover. They're going to go for a late beat. There's still one here and to rotate on the way.
Yeah, that was a really big kill by DAVEY, who pushed down to the top of alternate, drops the bomb, eats more time off the clock. Now Luminosity would have to hurry it up. 2 people trying to get into the site. Here's DAVEY from behind. We'll close out the round with a headshot onto Steel, so we've tied up 1-1.
Yeah, really nicely done there from Method, you know, getting that initial kill at Banana, not allowing Luminosity to make a trade. They kept pressuring them, really disallowed Luminosity any headway in there. Cold tries to make a play, but again, I think that kill from DAVEY was probably the most important one of the entire round. It really just kind of disabled Luminosity from rerouting to that A bomb site easily. And now, you know, they're going to be on a force buy here. They have the Tech 9s and pistols out. Still a pretty low buy for Method, but plenty of SMGs, a shotgun, and even an M4 in play. So they're definitely, you know, sitting pretty right now. A good chance to go ahead and kind of steal that 3-round pattern from Luminosity. They've already broken into it, but can they roll it out themselves for a lead is the question now.
Yeah, so the rifle that you mentioned is on streboR. That's over at the top of Banana. It's Justin with the Nova supporting at Sandbag, so pretty much a standard setup that you often see. Meanwhile, Toy and DAVEY on the balcony in the truck with Silent over on Arch side. And Method in a very passive setup, not wanting to get run over and just rushed into by these pistol armors.
Yeah, Justin and streboR still have a pretty nice crossfire here. Justin going to peek out first with the shotgun, gets taken out. We see streboR try to trade, but not able to find the kill, so now he's just trying to fall back. But Fur keeps pressuring, gets the pick, and now the B bomb site is open thanks to some great entry work there from Fur. The bomb will go down. Cold, interesting, pushes the smoke, does go down, and now it's kind of evening the odds just a bit, but still Method heavily at a disadvantage. And in fact, they're going to go ahead and fall back and save these SMGs for next round.
Well, this is going to be a very interesting start to Inferno. I want to take a look at the money. Of course, Luminosity are going to be having a decent amount. They already have armor, so they'll be able to get into AKs if they want. And will they actually maybe just kill all of Method? They know where Toy is. He's the last one up. He's got a MAC-10. And the CTs, looking at their money, maybe can decide to force again?
I mean, I think it's in one of those situations.
Toy just had a 4K. So much money with that MAC-10.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a lot of money coming in. He's over already at 6,000, and with Silent at 4,800, and realizing that Luminosity's money is still quite low. A lot of rebuys coming out. That's a lot of people always like freak out. Like, why do these teams keep force buying? Why can't they save? Well, when you realize that your opponent's economy is in the dumpster, and you have a shot to really tank them and force them into maybe even a double save situation, especially if you're on the terror side, you know, attacking the CTs. It's well worth it sometimes to just go ahead and do it, especially when it's early in the game like this. You don't have a whole lot to lose from it right off the bat, so it's worth a shot. And we'll see if Method can make it work here. I mean, they still have that auto shotgun on DAVEY that's very effective playing this close range position in an apartment, so we'll see if they can get it done as Luminosity is leaning that direction.
Oh, I would say just spotted the head of Toy. Will actually take him down through the truck. Didn't even see him, but knew he was there. Nicely done, and a pop flash from Silent. He'll peek out, but no one has really pushed up. Fur holding on the cross of the site, looking over at Moto. He finds that kill. And so just 2 people, streboR and Justin, alive now for Method. Gonna try to save. You say you're buying early, there's not too much to lose, but when Method eventually does have to take that full eco, I mean, this should be the situation where Luminosity get a double round. Yeah, so by the time Method buy again, it'll be 4-1. There's gonna be a lot of pressure on that next rifle round of Method.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a double save is probably likely in the books here. This is, you know, only a 2-round loss bonus coming in, so there's definitely not going to be enough to go the next round. And they could do some type of 4-buy rather than take a double save when it comes to round number 6. But yeah,
no, I'm sure they'll buy in 6. I meant just the 2-for-1 here for Luminosity.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and see Justin be able to hold on to an M4, it seems. Actually making this really expensive for Luminosity. It's going to force them to do a lot of rebuy, and their money's not really the best, so they're not really able to start building up that bank that they want. And, you know, Method, if they just go really, really light here, they actually won't be forced to double save. They'll actually be able to make a purchase next round, so that's good news for them. Plus, if they can keep doing the damage to Luminosity, keep them low on money, you immediately force them into a save your first rifle round win, so that's good news for them.
All right, well, Fur could be getting a lot more than he's bargaining for. 4 people peeking him. He'll grab 1. So that goes 1-for-1. No rifle in the hands picked up from Terrace, at least. Justin just dropped his as boltz takes him down cold, picking up $600 with his kill onto Toy. So top middle has been taken despite the efforts of Method to really bolster the defenses there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought LG might even think to just double back to B when first spotted so many people there at mid. Maybe he only saw 3 instead of all 4. It could be possible. And so they thought, okay, there might still be 2 at B, so we'll just take our battles here. And they do. They just, you know, push up mid. They get the kills, and now they will extend their lead a little bit. But Method back to buying. And again, Luminosity's money is still not really that great. They have a couple of guys at high money, but it's going to be one of those types of broken buy situations if they don't secure this one. So we'll see what Method can do here. They still don't have the op on silent, but they're doing a little bit of a boost over here at lane. And I saw them favoring this last night as well, kind of doing this double lane setup. Sometimes they even triple up over on lane side. So we'll see if it's effective here, as they do get a pick on Cold.
Yeah, I guess there was a bit of a gap in that smoke. So Silent able to see Cold, Cold not able to see him. Silent peeking out, finding Fallen. So it's just Steel and Fur right now. Fur will turn around and manages to kill Toy. So bringing this back into the realm of possibility, it's still a 2 versus 3, though. It's going to favor Method, and Justin's starting to move down a banana, so he'll be a quicker rotate. And can steal, oh, that flash blinded DAVEY. And steal another nice shot onto streboR. Seemed like he had a lot of time to make that. I don't quite know where streboR was looking.
That was really nicely done, man. I mean, really, really well done. We'll see if Justin can't make this thing work, but yeah, we'll talk about that around in a second. Let's see what Justin can do here, Joey.
Well, he'll extinguish that one. They've seen him cross. He's now hidden in the smoke. Will he go for another peek? He's kind of flashed himself. I'm pretty sure DAVEY also flashed himself when Steel and Fur were initially working up the highway side, or lane, as you call it.
Yeah, I think the big kill there is obviously Fur being able to catch Toy on the porch. I mean, that was just massive to be able to 180 that and Toy not being able to make the trade. That was kind of the first big play for Luminosity. But secondly, they spotted a nade come from pit, so they knew that somebody was there. So the pop flash came in to be able to chase after that frag, and they got that as well. So just really nice teamwork there from Fur and Steel to take a round that was starting out pretty rough and turning it back around, and now forcing Method into a save and boltz. Already finding that initial pick over here on the B side of the map. So this is starting to spiral a bit out of control for Method now. They're really going to have to hunker down their next rifle round, because otherwise Luminosity is going to steamroll through this map.
Yeah, already at 5 rounds, and it should be a 6th after this. This could be a big building round for Luminosity if they don't even lose a single person. Silent has been spotted, hiding out behind the default box. Fur will take him down with a headshot, and streboR, our last man with the CZ, is in B. That is where the bomb is going, but it'll be a big effort. Probably an impossibility. There's not even enough bullets in the CZ to get 5 kills. Unless you're very fortunate and very accurate.
2 bullets per player, on average-ish?
Yeah. Oh, now Fallen's figured it out, so they'll take him down.
Yeah, so Luminosity now up 6-1. They're finally starting to build up their bank after kind of a rough patch there where it was getting kind of scrappy when they lost that second round. But now they're back in business. They're looking sharp. It's really the CT side that's suffering here. They go ahead and invest into an op on the silent. He was doing pretty good with it last night on Inferno against 3s up, kind of rotating back and forth between Moto and lane. So we'll see if he can have any luck here against Luminosity. They're on a max loss bonus, so they could still force something up next round if they lose here, but it wouldn't really be the best of purchases. So this is kind of the key round, I feel, for Method. If they're going to get back into this game, this has to be the round that starts it.
I mean, it's really going to be a key 2 rounds, right? Like, even if you win this and then lose, your bonus is reset. It's going to be even easier for Luminosity to put distance on you in this first half. So they'll have to string them together, and it's not looking too good as Luminosity just exploded up top mid in the highway side, already planting the bomb, and streboR and Justin have to forfeit the round, already trying to save in the B site.
Yeah, Fur just going nuts there. I think a lot of people were talking about it because he seemed kind of quiet when you looked at some of the games at Cluj and even at CEVO. It was really cold. You kind of
it's definitely been Fallen and Cold that have been talked about a lot more. Initially, it did seem like it was Fur.
The Fur's on tonight, I'll tell you that. He's already had 14 and 5. He's been getting some great entries over here, especially on the A side of the map. Even in some crazy, like, just 180 flick shots and stuff he's been able to hit. He's definitely accurate tonight. And that spells trouble for Method when Luminosity's rolling like this.
Yeah, and they're working on bringing these guns out of the hands of Method. They don't want those pesky CTs to have weaponry. Cold will take down streboR, and Justin will live. And a decision to be made by Method at high 3Ks, low 4Ks on some of these players. They will go to force up. Might even see Silent on... is he just not buying anything? Goes for a Deagle Kevlar. Okay, I thought he might go 5-7 and some utility, but opting for the Deagle instead.
Yeah, I think he's setting himself up to have an option at an op next round if they decide to do some type of force if they lose here or something like that. You'll see that sometimes, like an op force type situation, which Method kind of needs the rounds. They need them quick, so I think that's probably more likely given the situation than maybe what you might expect given the money. And we do see Justin able to find a pick there on Fallen, getting a good aggressive there around the edge of the smoke at Banana. So it's even back up at a 4-on-4, and Fur has been taken out. That's a big tool that LG's had tonight that is out of the equation. So hopefully Method can kind of use that the closest thing out.
Well, here is Steel. This will be a big kill for Davey if he can find it. It'll turn into a 4-on-2. He's going to have to drop off. They know that Steel is up here. He's going to flash out and reposition himself. There's a battle about to happen over in Banana. That's going to be between Justin, who does go unchecked. He finds a kill onto boltz. Now a lot on Cold. Big player for the team recently. Newest addition to the team as well. And just, you know, why not? Quick one tap through new box. Immediately pulls out the molly.
Yeah, his teammate's so far away. They're still trying to get over through the tunnel here, but the Toy will cut him off, and so that means Cold's left alone in 1v3. He already knows that one has pushed construction. He's not really quite sure what the rotation is, and it won't even matter. Silent will take him out with that Deagle and pick up an AK, and that's great news for Method. They don't have to do a crazy amount of rebuying here. They picked up even a free gun. 2 free guns, actually. 2 AKs is going to be picked up to be tossed around. So money's still okay, but certainly a reset would still be pretty devastating to them if they wind up dropping this round.
Yeah, they kept 3 people alive, which is the minimum to make money as a CT, so they probably feel all right. And they've got a second round on the board, so that's nice. Well, can they put another one behind it? They'll need to win 1 or even 2 more to get Luminosity onto a save, and I think Luminosity is pretty comfortable already with the 7 rounds. Although I doubt they want to forfeit the momentum they've built up for themselves in this first half. Yeah,
I mean, there's initial 3-man aggression for Method at Banana, and Luminosity is getting out to a pretty quick but a nice incendiary that really allows that rotate from Justin and company to come back in play, so they're not going to get punished for being so strong at B early on, and Silent even finds a kill, so this is looking pretty decent for Method so far.
Yeah, he almost found 2, actually. Had a double spray down, and that nade will go a little long, and is able to clean up more as Steel falls in. Cold looks like he'll best him, yet, so that'll be the 2-on-2. Fur goes down on the arch side to Toy, who is now going to actually be challenged by Cold. That flash, oh, it didn't quite go far enough. Really nice effort by Cold, but Toy's there, and he will not miss that shot.
Yeah, I mean, if it would have been just a little bit further, he probably gets that kill. He would have got that 1v1, and who knows what would have happened. But Method, great hold there. You know, like I said, the really key incendiary to slow down things so departments allow that rotate to come in. And they're able to put up a nice stand, especially those players towards the pit, really being able to get the better end of the deal over on lane. And that's Method now stringing together a couple of rounds in a row, kind of bailing themselves out of a money reset, hurting them a lot. But still, the money's low. They had to do a good bit of rebuying here, so there's still a chance for Luminosity to punish. But they're also starting to run out of cash in their own right. A loss here might lead to some type of save. So this is a big round.
Very big round for both teams. Steel's going to try to work apartments by himself. There are 2 people actually waiting up there for him, so that could get a bit dicey. Fur is now gone into the window room, so he's going to help out. So just going to check through the slats there if anyone's hiding out in the dark room. It's not the case.
Yeah, they still have no idea about this double aggression yet, though, with Toy and Davey set up here. That could be really, really bad. And, yeah, they do catch Steel. They're able to fall back as well. Fur going to try to respond, but he can't. They slip away, and they get that instant 5 versus 4.
Yeah, with a lot of time off the clock as well. It's about 50 seconds. Now we're even below that. So pretty soon. And are there still smokes? There is 1 smoke on Toy still. Incendiaries and flashes. So Method does have a bit to work with. And at 30 seconds to go, Luminosity pretty much going to have to go to this A site.
Yeah, Davey playing the edge of this smoke. Luminosity going to bypass, though, and try to go up Arch Silent, though, there with the op playing Moto. Going to find 1 kill, re-peeks, though, and gets traded out by Fur. But there's still a man down here for Luminosity, and they're running out of time. Seems like they want to take this to B, but there's still 2 players inside the site, and they have to press from CT. I feel like they're going to die off the clock no matter what at this point.
Yeah, well, if you're a terrorist right now, just make sure you die before that clock hits 0. Bomb's going to go down. That's the chance on the round. It is over. Whoa. Auto Director is like, hey, check out this plant. It's probably more important. And boltz will actually find a kill onto Toy there in CT. So he stays alive, and I don't think anyone did actually die after time. Maybe 1 person.
No, they did not. So they had enough money here to force up an AK on the Steel. They even have pretty decent utility on him as well, and people were able to get head armor. So really the only person that's down the dumps is really going to be Fallen. And they're starting to get towards that max loss bonus as well. But next round would still probably be a save. Luminosity can't get this. But we'll see what they can do here. Gathering up over to alt mid, looking to get that quick apartments control. There will be no aggression this time from Method right up close. So they'll have an easier time getting control of that without taking any damage. And they definitely seem to be setting up for some type of set A hit here right off the bat.
They got the pop flash coming in. They're ready to go. Storm the top of middle. But look how passive the Method is set up. They're all the way back in A. It's just Silent with the op over on the arch side. He's able to fall back into sight. Steel gets smoked off now, but two players wrapping on either side and Steel working out of the apartments. And Fallen and boltz just opening it up. Silent somehow spotted. I don't know how Cold sees that. And Toy.
He just spammed it knowing that Silent fell back with the op or something. Just trying to guess.
Close. It comes down to the one-on-one. The fire burns out Fallen. Toy went down. Both those guys were quite low. boltz going to have to push through. Gets caught with the knife out, though, so streboR will win it, and that's going to be a 5th to Method.
Yeah, I just feel like the smoke starts trying to throw at Arch really isn't doing anything to Silent. Like, he's still able to peek out with the op and get a kill and get away and retreat. Yeah, he got caught by a good spray randomly from Cold, kind of on the edge of a smoke and threw a box and got taken out, but he still got his kill and slowed things down a bit. And Luminosity tried to play through those smokes and had a decent exchange for a second, but what the heck, Justin?
Whoops.
I guess they're trying to have a bit of a barbecue, pre-round barbecue over there in CT spawn.
The floor is lava. Quick game of that in. So...
I've seen people burn flashbangs. Haven't seen them burn incendiaries.
Or a decoy or something. Maybe the one that doesn't cost $600.
Yeah.
So this is, what, 4 rounds in a row right now for Method. And, again, Luminosity, they had so much money that they were pretty much able to keep buying until they got max bonus, which allowed them to just keep buying. Yep. So Method has not really had any easy rounds, so it's a pretty big accomplishment that I got up to 5, and it looks like that may end here. Fur is going to catch Silent. Yeah, he will bring him down, so 4 versus 1 right now. It's only Toy hanging outside on top of the lattice work in CT spawn. Oh, nice shot onto the angle in construction.
Yeah, well done. He'll back off and save this. And like you said, I mean, it's just been rough for Method because while they've been able to string together these 4 rounds in a row, you know, Method, I mean, Luminosity had all this money built up, and then they hit max loss bonus, plus they got a bomb plant last round, so it didn't really affect them at all. They've been able to buy up AKs. Like, the worst experience they've had is one guy with a Tech 9 while the rest were still fully equipped, and that makes it a bit difficult for a team like Method to really catch up and get back in the game when you're constantly battling against that. And now, this you know, would have been the round where maybe they try to prevent that, but they lose. Another key round being lost in the timing of things economically, and Luminosity has a great lead here at 8-5.
Yeah, see if they can't. I mean, there's still the ability for them to get into the double digits. A lot of those rounds were close, so Method, after just 1 loss, is back onto pistols. Toy with the gun that he did save, and a couple of nades. Trying to whittle down the health of some of these Luminosity players, but so far none of them too effective. boltz just 610 HP. There's DAVEY with a quick close-range headshot with the P250. Steel trading that, and then streboR finds boltz, who's gone down to pretty much just nades, I think. Cold with 2, and we're into the 2-on-2. streboR and Toy for Method. Only Toy has armor.
Yeah, good stack there from Method. They had a 4-player stacked at B, and I don't think Luminosity ever knew it was that big of a stack, so they kept trying just to kill the pushes, and it's made it into a 2-on-2. Steel here alone at A. He gets a kill, and that's great because Toy's biting on this. Meanwhile, the bomb is making its way into the B bomb site for a plant. Steel eventually going to be able to bail off mid himself and catch up with Fallen. The bomb's definitely going down, and now Toy is going to be put in a very, very rough 1v2 situation where he's way out of position. And, I mean, I don't even know if he goes for this at this point. There's really no way to. Yeah,
probably not. I mean, he doesn't have a kit. He's very, very far away. It would be unlikely. He'll just try to hold on to the smoke, actually the AK now that he's traded out, and Kevlar. At least he can drop someone coming into this next round.
Yeah, which, I mean, there is a DAVEY sitting on $1,700, so that would be a great drop. Plus, you still have enough money there between streboR, Silent, and Justin. They still put together a pretty good purchase, but it is dependent upon Toy being able to hold on to this. And Fallen is on the chase, so is his teammate, so this could get caught.
Well, Toy actually doing the catching instead. Brings down Fallen for his 15th frag. He does have the most on his team, followed by Justin at 11, Silent at 10. Looking over Luminosity was Fur, who started off strong, still going pretty strong with 18 kills. And then in second, we got Steel and Cold, each with 11. Going into the last round of the first half on the first map. And that's best of 3 here in StarLadder, and it's Fur to start off this round. And Toy with a TK on the DAVEY. Here, I drop you a gun, but I'm going to kill you 10 seconds later. That's a bit awkward.
Bro.
Sigh. The all chat comes out. Justin going to do what he can.
DAVEY.
And this 1 versus 4. But, I mean, Luminosity at this point should just take the bomb and go A, but Justin instead will just take his own life pretty much by standing in the fire.
That was quite a chaotic round full of hilarity. Hilarity is a word, right? Hilarity ensues, full of hilarity.
Thanks,
sure.
Thanks, Toy.
I appreciate that. That was just a crazy chain of events that took place right off the bat over there at mid. Pretty much killed the round, and Luminosity now up 10-5, and this is going to be very, very difficult for Method to play themselves back into this. I know they had some pretty decent tactics on T-side Inferno last night when I watched them play, but again, they're up against a whole different caliber of team right now, and they're way down and on the terror side of Inferno, so this is going to be quite a rough ride to get back into this.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts on the pistol, right? Oh, and look at this. They're pushing super aggressively the CTs in middle and banana, but it's the terrorists that have dodged it completely, going up alternate. They've figured it out now, but that A site going to be undefended. DAVEY posting up. He'll catch Fur as he comes through the connector here. So nice opening frag by DAVEY. Go back over to the A site now. Fallen and cold up on the platform. Nicely done. DAVEY looks like he'll be doing some more damage. Might even find 2 frags. They know where this last player, boltz, is, and a 1 versus 3. He's going to have to do some quick pistol work. Can't even get the first kill. He does. Reload in. 12 more bullets to work with. streboR hiding on the backside of the default box, and that'll be enough to close it out. So Method starting exactly how they need to.
We need to come up with a term in CSGO that's equivalent to a build order loss in StarCraft 2. Because that's literally the one play that Method does that beats what Luminosity did just purely off of positioning.
Yeah.
You know, like that's literally the one gap Luminosity. I mean, short of just losing your exchanges in mid if they press up T-stairs and kill you, but without taking any damage, just outmaneuvering your opponent. That's the one play Method had, and they pretty much won the round just off of that alone. Just the fact that they're able to bypass the aggression mid, just get to the A-bomb.
Counter-stratted is that term already, right?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah. I guess Counter-Strat works.
I mean, because obviously you can still beat that push of Luminosity if you just hit your shots.
I think Counter-Stratting revolves around like studying your opponent and like making a call that counters, whereas that's just random.
They might know Luminosity's tendencies on pistol.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that, like, yeah. Okay,
still always a bit of a coin flip, but
yeah. Okay, we'll go with Counter-Strat. That's probably right. I think I overcomplicated that a bit, maybe.
Right. Just say build order loss. People probably know what that means again, since Legacy the Void just came out.
Maybe so.
So 3 MAC-10s, AK, and a Galil for Method. Look like they're doing all right. As long as boltz doesn't get too happy here. He just finds the 1 kill, so they'll limit him in that. And bomb going down in a 4 versus 2. So it looks like we might have a pretty good game on our hands here. Method looking to survive these anti-ecos, and they're going to get it pretty close. To the 9-10.
Yeah, I mean, Method winning the pistol, and now this situation is getting a little bit dicey here.
My math is really good.
Yeah, it's okay, man. But DAVEY holding it off here with the MAC-10. Still left, 1-on-1 with the Deeg. See if he can't make the play, or 1v2 rather. He's going to get pinched off, and that's going to be into that. So Method holding on, you know, going to keep this pattern going for now. Luminosity makes that pretty expensive, however. Well, this is Method getting back into the game here. This is exactly what they needed to do to climb back in, and with Luminosity pretty much taking a full save here, they'll definitely get up to that 8 that you were talking about with whatever math you were doing. Weren't you a math major?
Yeah, close.
Like yeah.
Computer science, but I pretty much had a minor in math.
Yeah.
If Cold could stop looking at the floor, that'd be very helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking it was a 9-6F when it was 10-5. That's the only reason. So DAVEY finding the first kill with a steal, another $600 for him, helping build that economy. I mean, really, you just want all the MAC-10s to get the kills on this round. Keep the AKs at the distance. Let the MAC-10s go in first. Figure out if there's a stack or if there isn't. And there really wasn't, to be honest. They've now sent Cold over to B. But Method in no danger. They got the bomb down. They're still just working things, gathering information.
Yeah, they're pressing into mid here. boltz finally going to step out. Does spot Toy. Does a little bit of damage, and he will actually be able to get the kill and get away there. Is he going to repeat? Yes, he will. Silent will make him pay for that. And so Method will begin to take this A-bomb site yet again. They have a 4-on-3. 2 are way out of position here, and Cold already goes down. So, I mean, yeah, it looks like Method will go ahead and take the 8 rounds and put it in the books. But the initial gun round is going to be kind of the telling sign of whether or not the comeback effort is going to have any real merit to it.
Let's see, Fur might have a battle here with Silent. That is one of the players with an AK. I don't think even if he were to drop him that he'd be able to reclaim that gun. Because you know that one of those MAC-10s are going to go try to trade out for it as well. I'm also curious if they'll keep any of these submachine guns going into the first rifle round, if they'll be confident enough to do that. I don't know if they need to. Davy's got $10,000, so the AK comes out. And what is Luminosity going to be able to afford? Not all that much. It's not great having gone for the Force Buy and lost. Steel has a P90 and Fur with a FAMAS. And yeah, Davey will keep one MAC-10 on board for Method.
All right, we are going to see the initial 3-man aggression here from Luminosity down. Banana to get early control. streboR going to just force his way through and try to make a play here anyway, but Cold will make him pay for that. So that's already a one-man advantage here for Luminosity. The spamming still going on, and Cole going to find Justin as well. That's the bomb temporarily down. Will be grabbed by Silent, but at what cost here? They're already in a 2v5 right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Luminosity is low, but when you got the number advantage that big, I'm not sure it matters. Fur takes down Toy. Silent there quickly on the trade, but he's left alone, and yep, Cold will just trade out Fallen. And they lose two, so a bit costly and not bad. I mean, Method caused some damage, considering it was a 2 versus 5, and that they are able to rebuy. So another rifle round coming out here in round 20. But will Method hit a wall? It's going to be a lot of work to make the comeback and close it out on the T side against a team like Luminosity. That is for sure.
Right, Luminosity again going to put that aggression on at Banana right away, and this would just absolutely crush Method's economy if they pull this one off. Incendiary, they're going to run through it, take the damage, try to get the apartments push going on.
No gain.
Another nade goes down, just doing even more damage, and boltz takes really none at all, and he'll counter-smoke them. This is rough. That doesn't help either.
He'll shoot one in the face for good measure. 5-on-4 for smoked off, but they're actually pushing through, running at him, seeing his tracers. They were able to return some damage. They don't find a frag. Now boltz peeking off the truck. That'll be the end of Toy. And, well, you got 20 HP between 2 players versus 5. Not a good position to be in. Silent, though, still manages at least one frag onto Fallen. There's Fur for the trade. And what can streboR do? He's up in the apartments. Maybe he can get a kill onto boltz. boltz, though, spotted the silly little hats, the little berets that these terrorists wear, and he'll promptly take that off.
Yeah, so Luminosity already jumping off to a great start here in the second half. Sure, they gave up the pistol and had that 0-3 start, but now they've won the first 2 gun rounds. Just really off the back of being able to control Banana and Method not being able to have a response to it yet, and they won't be able to do it this round either, most likely, with just only some pistols in play. But next gun round, that's something they're going to have to worry about. You know, are they going to be able to deal with that? Also, just boltz playing that so well over there in balcony in the early part of that round, and now they're just going to run up Banana and get chopped down, and there you have it. Luminosity up 13-8. And this is Method's kind of last stand here, I feel like. This is the round they need if they're going to come back.
Yeah, definitely. And again, we'll have to string a few together. Luminosity in a place where they can buy again. Fallen invested a little bit more to get out to the op, so he's actually kind of poor. But they'd definitely be able to sustain another rifle round. And let's see, what does Luminosity want to do? Getting very aggressive in Banana. One more time, going to try to blend them back-to-back rounds. It doesn't seem to be working out. Fur has fallen. See what I did there? And now it's just fallen.
You're so clever.
That's actually Steel that's over here with him. Steel will find the one. Cold with the nade. That'll bring down Silent. streboR pushed through the smoke, but couldn't best boltz. boltz hitting him with a headshot on that spray down. Toy on the reverse side of Oranges and moving forward, taking down Steel, who was very, very low. And boltz connecting. I think that went through the smoke. Here's Fallen. Yeah. Finally.
I've actually been really impressed with boltz lately. He's never been a bad player, don't get me wrong, but I feel like when you saw like Fur kind of go quiet the last couple of LAN events they've been to.
He's never really had the spotlight for this team, that's for sure.
But he's really stepped up to fill the gap that, you know, maybe sometimes Fallen and Fur leave behind when they're having an off game. It seems like he's kind of the one that steps up and puts up some good numbers next to Cold. This game, it hasn't really needed to be the case because Fur's playing just fine and Cold's doing well also, but boltz definitely making some great plays this game. I mean, he had that patient play over in balcony a couple of rounds ago, and he has a great couple of kills that round to secure it. And now, again, it's Method saving for last, saving for an overtime play. That's just allowing Luminosity to deal with things very easily. I mean, good God, the way Luminosity.
Are you sure that man has smoke grenades installed?
I don't know, man.
I feel like he's killed a lot of people through smoke tonight. I'm sure the chat's having a lot of fun with that.
They're probably busy talking about how many skins they might win or lose more than talking about the smoke grenade, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, he had a really good idea. Like, he knew he was low. He knew someone was probably trying to come up middle and trade him out. So he just, you know, bangs the nade off the wall there and just sprays in behind it and happens to connect.
Also, smokes are different for us in GoTV than for them, maybe a little bit, right?
Yeah, probably.
Sometimes. So that could be part of it as well. But this is really the last hurrah here, and Steel opping mid right off the bat. Okay. Well,
Got him. And hitting a second one, Justin. Yeah, just
usually when it's a
confident.
double op, it's cold, taking the secondary one. But this
Probably
time it's
just
Steel, and he
it's probably
opens
just
up well.
a spawn thing.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
would imagine in that case. And you got a
Very
pretty big
good
round
quality
buffer,
there.
and Steel grabbing a third kill. Maybe it'll be Steel from now
New
on.
primary.
Yeah, right? See you falling.
Later, bud. Just as quickly as you go into the primary opping roll, you're right back out of it, man. And there you have it. Luminosity up 16-8. Can't say I'm surprised or anything. This is kind of the way I felt it would go. I thought maybe, you know, with Method starting on the CT side, they might start it off better, you know, maybe more towards 9 rounds or 8 rounds rather than only getting 5. But I think it was always kind of in our minds that Luminosity were going to take Inferno. But Method, you know, they're going to have Cash next map. That is their pick. It is a map that Luminosity, that's probably one of the lower maps on their map pool as far as their abilities on it. So there's still some hope for Method to force a map 3 here. But third map is Mirage, and that I think would be where it's still a GG for Luminosity. But we'll have to see how it plays out, man. We'll have to see if they can force a third map or not.
Yeah, and we will see how it plays out. Stay tuned here on twitch.tv/StarLadder_CS_EN for your English broadcast. Yeah, it gets very complicated.
You gotta read that all the way
It's StarLadder League StarSeries 14, I think is what we're working with. So
Sure.
on behalf of myself, Helium, and Dust, hope you enjoyed map 1. We'll be back for map 2, so stay tuned. We're just going to take a short commercial break.